Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Sprout. So, since the last episode, I've made some adjustments to our slime setup. Some adjustments for example, the iron golems. These are some that I had tested. Iron golems actually attract slimes just like, an attractor obelisk or something like that would. Slimes are super addicted to iron golems. You can see they're like, hey, let's get this guy. You'll also notice that a lot more slimes are spawning. That's because I went out, I lit up some areas, off a little ways, some really key areas. Lit those up, and now we've got a lot more slime spawning, thanks to those being lit up. You'll notice there's less mobs spawning. Now there is a slime off in that direction. That's actually another slime chunk. I'm going to deal with that later on. But anyways, our two golems, we have Aaron, and then over here we have Annie. So you guys might be familiar with those names. You might know what that is referencing. I'm not going to say, but you guys can make guesses or whatever. But anyways, these are my shifter guards, so to speak. Yeah, you'll notice over there, slime is actually on top, and right here. There's slimes on top of these. It's like a blaze lamp and glass. I put that there. At first I put fences, but the slimes seem to just stay up there. This, they'll actually jump off pretty quickly. This one's being a little bit difficult, and that one, but here he goes. He's like, okay, I think if I go down here, he's having trouble. Sometimes they get stuck, the really, really big ones do. You can see right there, he's just kind of hanging out at the moment. It's not really a big problem, but there we go. Oh no, he's still up there. Anyways, let's hop down here, actually. I'm not scared to hop down here. Okay, you'll notice the one over there, he got pulled off. And yeah, that one did too. See, they have to, they land like right in here. The Nar Slime Missile will get them. I might actually raise that up one level. I think it would be okay. I think it would still get the slimes, because I believe it's a 5x5 in all directions. As far as the size, so I might bring it up. We'll see. But so far, I mean, I haven't really had any getting up here and actually staying for very long. Those two that just got up here are probably the longest that I've seen them get up here. And then I also had a suggestion about removing the water in the corners. Honestly, it wasn't an issue. I didn't have any slimes building up until I increased the number that were spawning. You know, I lit some areas up, and then I had actually slimes building up on the water. So I did remove the water just on these front corners. That's the only places that I really needed them. Sometimes slimes will jump through and they can die because they'll jump at like a diagonal. But I haven't had that too much in the front. Too much. I have had it on occasion, but it's not a major deal. So I did remove the water just there in that corner as well. So, but anyways, Aaron and Annie, they're actually bringing the slimes in pretty quickly. And the slime farm is actually producing a lot of mana, like a good amount of mana. I've noticed spawns have slowly started slowing down. That's just as mobs spawn in the area around us, then it starts raising that mob cap, or raising the number of mobs towards that mob cap, and causing it to kind of start slowing down. But as soon as I leave the area, they tend to pick back up. Well, here we come. There's one up there too. And those slimes, I mean, that's a lot of mana, those big ones are. So, anyways, it is producing quite a bit of mana. Once we get up here, I'll show you how much mana has been produced. It's actually quite a bit. Hoping I don't stop a card or anything. Okay, nope, we're all good. Let's take a look at these mana pools. They are nearly a fourth of the way filled. Looks like on all of them. So, I mean, that's quite a bit of mana. That's quite a bit different than where we were last episode. So that's actually built up, and I really haven't been on here that long since last episode. I've been on here for a bit. I've been running around lighting stuff up, mainly in the area and whatnot, but, it hasn't been like some astronomical amount of time. I didn't leave it running or nothing like that. This is all stopped for right now. I'm not really using it. I mean, the drops are literally just getting trashed at the moment. So, I mean, this is all filled up. No real use to run it right now. So, also if we pop down, we'll pop over here real quick. If we pop down to the subway, I haven't actually done a whole lot down here, but I have started digging some stuff out. That path actually doesn't go very far. This one actually goes all the way, if we follow it up, it goes all the way, whoops, right up to here. Okay, so it comes out in the desert area. What I'm thinking is the subway is going to come out like right in this section here. We're going to do some railcraft supports and have it kind of rise up over that ridge there, and then have the minecart stop right there. And then, you know, this will be the town right in here. So I do have it all dug out. I just haven't actually started running any tracks or anything like that. We're actually going to do the high-powered tracks that make you go like super fast. We're going to use those with railcraft. Now, you have to be cautious when you're setting those up, because if you don't transition into and out of them correctly and you don't use them correctly, it will blow up the minecarts, and it's bad. Like, it will destroy the minecart, it'll blow up some track, it'll likely kill you. Some stuff like that, but we'll get into that probably, I'm thinking next episode. We'll start running some of those tracks with railcraft and everything. But anyways, let's go ahead and start getting into what we're going to be doing today. And part of the day, we're going to be working, you know, with our mana setup, actually utilizing some of that mass mana that we've been creating in a few different ways. And first up, I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to move our Terra Steel setup. Okay, just shift right click to remove these sparks, and we'll go ahead and pull those off. Set that back to bind mode, and we'll grab our whole Terra Steel setup, because really there's no reason to have it up here anymore, and having it down there will allow us to make Terra Steel a lot faster, as you're going to see. Let me actually grab the stuff that we need to make a little bit of Terra Steel. And if you guys have never seen this thing run with like this many sparks, just wait. Like, I think you're going to love it. I think for our actual Terra Steel setup, we're going to set it up like right... Actually, I wonder, can we put it like right here, maybe? We're going to try for right here, and we'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and set this back up. Living rock right there, then we'll do our lapis blocks, and then living rock, whoops, living rock right there, and then our terrestrial agglomeration plate, and we'll put down our spark. I don't know if this is going to be close enough. I'll probably have to run some stuff between it, which is fine. But if we were to throw down... There we go. Okay, yeah. See how fast that ran? Like, almost, like, instant. It does run super quick. So basically what's happening is it's pulling mana from all these different sparks. Pulling them from all of them. And, I mean, you can see it dropped the mana in this slightly. But, you know, it's splitting that mana cost among all 25... Or 20 of these mana pools. So it is very, very effective for making Terra Steel. Terra Steel is like nothing. Now, one thing I would like to look at, out of curiosity, is if we pop over... Honestly, I think our blacksmith in this town over here, I'm pretty sure he's vanished. I'm going to go check, but I think... No, he's not vanished. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have a talk with him. And he actually sells... No, he doesn't sell Terra Steel armor. It's the golem, right? That sells the Terra Steel armor. We had a golem around here. Yeah, right over here. Let's go see what he charges for Terra Steel armor. Whoa, 6 pieces of Terra Steel. Okay. And then golden coin. I wouldn't mind getting some Terra Steel armor, but there's other things that we need that require Terra Steel. And I don't know... Well, honestly, we've got enough mana. I could make that. I could make that much Terra Steel. So we might go ahead and do it here in just a bit. But one thing I would like to get, I believe it's the dispersive spark. Well, actually, no, I don't want a dispersive spark. I want an dominant augment. Yeah, I want a dominant augment. So the dominant augment, here we go, requires mana steel, pixie dust, and rune of fire. I was debating which one I wanted for this, but honestly, the one that we're going to be getting, there's really no reason. Dispersive is a spark that we're probably not going to use a whole lot of, if at all. It's not. There's better ways to do what that one does, and I'll go over that in just a moment, because we're about to get into what we need for that. Let me get... Yeah, let me go grab the stuff I need to make some sparks real quick. Or spark augments. But basically what the dispersive spark does, if you guys are curious, if you have a dispersive spark on a mana pool, then it's going to use all the mana that's beneath it in that mana pool to kind of, not really wirelessly fill up your mana items, but it's going to, if you're near that spark, like within range of it, it's going to send you mana charges and try to charge up anything in your inventory that can accept mana. However, what we're going to be using is totally different thing. Okay, I'm going to need just a little bit of gunpowder. And then, of course, we're going to need a pixie dust. So let me grab that. And then we should be able to get our spark augment. Dominant. Oh, yeah, mana steel. I was thinking I needed ender air bottles for some reason. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of that. Alright, so dominant spark. There we go. And let's pop on back down here. And for this spark, I think I'm going to set it up like right here. It's going to be out of the way. It's not something that we're going to have to interact with at all. But let's go ahead and put down a spark here. And then we're going to put our dominant spark augment on there. And you'll notice that it's pulling mana from all those sparks until the mana pool's filled. Okay? And that one's going to stay filled. Wow. We have so much mana. It's ridiculous. We have a bunch. We'll have to get a Terra Shatterer before long. Like, we really will, because, yeah. We might even get it this episode. I don't know. But okay, so we've got a mana pool now that's filled. And it's going to stay filled as long as there's mana in our mana battery. And so the next thing that I want to craft actually requires that piece of Terra Steel that we got. But it is a mana mirror. Okay? Now this requires a mana tablet. I'm going to use the one that we have, because after we craft this, we will have no need for a mana tablet ever again. Now, one thing to note is I guess we don't really need the Band of Aura anymore. So let's go ahead and get our Living Wood Twig, and then we're going to need a Mana Pearl, and then just some Living Rock, which we've got all of that stuff. So, there we go. And there's our Mana Mirror. Okay? And then what we can do with this is if we take it down here, and we shift right click this mana pool, it's going to bind it to it, and you'll notice that it's filled it up, right? Now basically what happens with this is anytime it's basically bound to this mana pool, and you know, as long as this mana pool has mana to it, has mana in it, no matter where in the world I'm at, I believe this has to be chunk loaded, but actually I don't think this is chunk loaded, but we'll get a chunk loader or something for that. But basically, anywhere we are in the world, it's going to wirelessly pull mana from that mana pool and use that to supply. You can see it's actually feeding mana in. It's actually running. It's probably going to be running through mana decently fast. Because thing is, our priestly emblem Heimdall consumes mana constantly. It's actually consuming a lot. Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to pull off our emblem. I actually don't want to be wearing this, because the main thing it's giving us right now is night vision, and that's what's causing it to drain that quickly. And we have other ways of getting night vision that it's really not that big of a deal if we have it from this. So I'm going to pull that off, and you'll notice I get you feel colors bleed out of the world. It's Deity's Disfavor and Drab Vision 2. Heimdall grows angry. So it's basically, it makes the screen black and white for about 30 seconds. There's no real major issue with doing that. It's just kind of like a neat little Easter egg if you pull it off. I don't believe there's any like innate favor feature or anything like that. And you should still be bound. Oh no, I'm actually not bound to Heimdall right now. Aha. I thought that actually locked in, but maybe not. But that's okay, because we got everything that we needed from Heimdall for right now, and then I can throw that on later if I want to, you know, craft those items and stuff again. So I just don't want to be just feeding mana for night vision, personally. So. Especially when I'm just hanging out around the base or something like that. So, but anyways, now we have mana. So if I have anything on me that consumes mana, like for example, if I throw on my Tectonic Girdle, or I actually don't have a Sojourner Sash right now, but if I was to throw on something like that, I have access to it. And in the case of things like the Terra Shatterer that I want to get today, the Terra Steel Armor, you know, it's going to give mana to those as well, which of course does the durability. So they're not going to be broken. There's also one other thing I would like to get today that requires mana, and it's going to feed us mana from our mana pool. And I think let's go ahead and actually get that first. And that is, if we take a look at baubles and accessories, what I would like to get... Oh, it's not under here, is it? It's under... right here, Flugel Tiara. This is probably one of my favorite items from Botania. It's amazing. And you'll notice this requires 4 Gaia Spirits, which should be the amount that we have left, right? Where did I put those at? Right here. Oh no, we've actually got 6 left. Okay. So anyways, there's 4 of those. And then we're going to need some elementium, some feathers, and ender air bottle. All of that is super cheap. Super, super cheap. So elementium, let's go ahead and get that. Actually, I've got the mana steel that we need for that. There we go. And then 2 feathers. Do I have those up here? I do. If not, you guys know I have plenty of feathers. And let's get our flugel. Oh yeah, it's spelled all like... It's got those special characters, which I don't have. Anyway, okay, there's our flugel tiara. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that on. And we can put it on our headpiece, like decorative headpiece slot. And you'll see down there at the bottom, right down here, I've actually got like some little wing icons that come up. That is the flugel tiara. Okay? And I tell you what, let's go ahead and craft it, kind of upgrade it here. And if we flip through here, we can combine it with different kinds of quartz and get like special decorative wings. And let's see, there's the flugel wings. Right now we have the no wings, but I want wings. There's the flugel wings, the one-winged angel, which I tend to run that one a lot, the ice fairy, the phoenix, the black snow princess, the lord of the pit, the sylph, and the mega ultra chicken. So let's see, what wings do we want right now? I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to go with the black snow princess this time, which sounds so cool. But basically, Black Snow Princess is actually a really cool looking set. And normally I go with like one-winged angel or the phoenix wings, but I think this time I want to go with the black Snow Princess. Yeah. So let me get just a piece of allium, and then we're going to need 8 pieces of quartz. I've gotten so used to having night vision that it's kind of strange not having it now. Like, it's actually kind of bizarre because I'm not used to it. Honestly, there for a little while I didn't even realize it was running all the time. But that's why our mana tablet never had anything in it. Because it actually consumes a lot of mana. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this onto our headpiece. And now we have these big animated wings on our back. They're kind of spiffy. And the nice thing is, now, if we double click, we can fly. And I love it because Botania has that sprint feature. And so you can like sprint fly like really, really fast. So, awesome. Awesome stuff. That's kind of my goal today, is kind of gear up a little bit, get some nice trinkets from Botania since we've got mana production going. Now the flugel tiara does require mana to run, but of course we have this mana mirror. So it's not really a concern. We've got mana constantly being pulled from that mana pool. So as long as there's mana within that mana pool, then we're good. I'm not for sure if it's chunk loaded or not. That's my only thing. And you notice those wings will slowly go down, basically. Yeah, it seems like it's pulling from that mana pool even when it's not chunk loaded. But basically what those wings represent is how long you can fly. Because you only have about, I think if you have like full wings, you have about 30 seconds of flight. Generally, in my experience, that's enough to do most anything that I want to do. If I have to land for a minute, that's fine. I actually prefer this kind of flight because there's at least some limitation to it. You know, it requires mana to run. And it's not just end-all be-all creative mode. I think when push comes to shove, I like it more than the Angel Ring just because of that feature. But of course, it does depend on the pack as well. So, but luckily, I mean, there's no Draconic Evolution. We're not going to be flying for Chaos Dragons or anything like that. So, having endless creative flight's not that big of a deal. Of course, I guess since 1.10, you have the End Islands and stuff as well. So, but anyways, the next thing that I would like to go for is I would honestly like to start getting some Terra Steel armor, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Let me pop in here. We've got, I think it was gold coins that she wanted, wasn't it? And I've used up like pretty much all my money, but that's fine. I mean, I can sell dragon parts and get some gold armor for that that golem. It's just getting 6 pieces of Terra Steel right now isn't the easiest thing in the world. But we're going to go for it. I am going to need some more Ender Pearls, which actually I think I've got Nebulous Hearts. Terra Steel. I tell you what, I probably need to set up some kind of easier way to get that stuff on there, right? So what we're going to do is let's get ourselves just an open crate. Pop up here. So nice having flight now. And then I'm also going to want some way to input those items into there. So I think I'm just going to get maybe a hopper. I'd also like to get a Terra Shatterer this episode, which is also requires a bit of Terra Steel. Like 3 pieces of that, so very, very expensive episode. And I know we need to work on our storage for the slime farm. We'll try to get to that shortly as well. I'm kind of sidetracked at the moment because we've got mana now. We have good mana production. We're actually producing a fair amount of mana, and I would like to get some stuff towards making that a bit better. Alright, let's do our open crate. We're just going to set up like right... Can I not put that? No, I can't put that right there. Or I can't use that as a support. So there we go. Open crate. And then I might end up using like a red string container or something so we can, I don't know, come over here and then it gets sent over there. But for right now, I'm just going to put a hopper on here. And then what we can do is just drop our items in like that and make Terra Steel. And out of curiosity, ooh, I doubt we're going to have enough mana to do all of these. One more, maybe? I think we can pull off one more. Yeah, mana pools are starting to get drained. Oh, man. That is expensive to make... Yeah, we might have to put some of that expensive Terra Steel stuff on the back burner. For some reason, I got all excited. I thought I had more mana than I actually do. Now, granted, I could pull mana from this and craft it, I guess, if I pulled off the Dominant Spark. But I don't know. I don't know that I want to do that. Okay, I just noticed these 4 mana pools on the back aren't actually close enough to send mana to this spark. So these aren't actually being used, which is fine. I mean, I need mana in the battery, you know, that can go to this system and can go to other systems. So I don't really mind that those aren't, you know, those aren't readily available for our system. But anyways, the nice thing is we'll be able to use our Ender Overseer and some stuff like that a bit more, use those a bit more now and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go ahead, I guess, and move this whole system. So I'm just going to pull off our pylons for right now. And this may not shut down on its own, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. We're going to go ahead and move this, I think, because we really don't need our Elven Portal here anymore. And actually, we're going to do something really, really quick. Let's get ourselves... Let me use one of our mana pearls. Let me get another mana tablet. And what I want to do is just throw this into here, I think. Yeah, it's feeding mana to that. And I want to move these mana pools. And... yeah, I think one will be fine. I want to move these mana pools downstairs. Like, empty them out, so we can make the Terra Steel to make our first piece of Terra Steel armor. Because I'd like to get at least one piece today, you know. It's honestly gonna be a little bit before I get probably enough Terra Steel to make... Oh, why does it keep doing that? Sometimes my carts do this. And I don't know why that is. Like, it's really, really random. Like, I've been in this chunk. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Anyways, it's probably gonna be a little while, especially considering... You know, we can't decide the armor that we get. It's kind of random. So it might take us a little while to get all 4 pieces. Possibly. But I wouldn't mind getting our first piece at least. Now, once you get all 4 pieces, there's a really nice set bonus that's applied and everything. But I'd like to maybe start enchanting the pieces of it, like little by little. And I would love to get, well, I would love to get the helmet, but we're going to need to kill the Gaia Guardian at least, well, a few times. There's a certain wheel that I want to get and put on the helmet. We'll have to wait until we're doing Gaia Guardian Mark IIs, which I have an idea for how I want to set up the Gaia Guardian, but I'm debating on... Because I would like to set up the arena for him, so that, I mean, he's trivial. We can go in there and just destroy him without, you know, any real chance of being harmed. But I'm debating how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do, like, a floating arena, like maybe out in that section over there, or build it over here and set up the arena on this side of the base. I'm not for sure. I've got to do a bit of thinking and figure out what I want to do in that regard. And we need to get the mana plugged up. I'm not going to, like... I'm not worried about plugging up the Cobbleworks right now. That is something that I would like to do before too long. But I'm not doing the Cobbleworks right now, and I'm not doing the flower production just yet. And that's simply due to the fact that right now I want all the mana that we get going towards Terra Steel for a while. Honestly, I might not even plug up our portal just yet. I don't know. Because my primary goal now that we have mana is to get a full set of Terra Steel, because we really need some better armor. I mean, we're still rocking diamond and a piece of iron. Terra Steel would be a very powerful alternative to that, and it's definitely kind of what I'm going for at the moment, is full Terra Steel. And I'd also like to get a Terra Shatterer and a Terra Blade. Now, I will say the Terra Shatterer, originally I was planning on getting it this episode. For some reason, I guess I had it in my head that I could just make like all the Terra Steel stuff that we needed and all that, but I don't know why I was thinking that, because Terra Steel is very expensive in this pack. But I don't think we're going to go for the Terra Shatterer just yet, because that's probably going to be the last thing that we get that involves Terra Steel, because we're going to want to upgrade it, and that requires mana, and we don't have the mana to really get into upgrading with it at the moment. Why can I not? There we go. And I'm going to pull this off. I will say that the spawner area that we have down here, we're still going to use it for spawning. It's just not going to be, probably not going to be zombies. At least in this section, I don't think. I'm probably going to change it over to something else. But I don't know. I don't know for sure what we're going to put here. Okay, so all of our mana pools are about a fourth of the way filled right now. Which means we should have enough mana, plenty of mana, to get our last couple pieces of Terra Steel that we need to get our first piece of armor. Let me get one more Ender Pearl. And I'm hoping that we get lucky and maybe get like leggings. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so there's 6 pieces of Terra Steel. Now all we have to do is just earn a little bit of money. And I think I've got a bunch of different stuff up here that we could sell off. Like diamond horse armor, saddles, ability totems. Let me grab our wooden storage. Yeah, so he gives a gold coin. Or no, he gets 56 gold coins. Still, that's not too bad. And then saddles are 12. And then the archaeologist pays for all these ability totems that we've got. So I'll just grab these. He doesn't play a whole lot though. That's the only thing. Yeah, so we've got basically 3 gold coins from all of that. Honestly, the best way, hands down, is dragon pieces for making money. Yeah, Terra Steel is 8 gold coins. Okay, so we're going to need some more stuff. Let me pop up here and just pop right over here. And I'll grab some stuff to sell, like fire dragon flesh. We've got a bunch of that. Dragon bones. We've got 23 stacks of dragon bones. The worst thing is then I have to go to a banker and actually convert all this currency. Like, I do kind of wish there was a way to convert the currency, like, without going all the way to a banker, but at the same time, we've got some places. Oh, by the way, one thing I wanted to turn in, I almost totally forgot about this, is a bit back, I actually completed the Dead or Dead, Bone Knight and Flesh Lich, and that was actually the last hunt quest that we've got. Like, one that we haven't done. Having confirmed the existence of Flesh Lich and Bone Knights, you return to the guild to collect your reward. We got 50 faction and 3 protection talismans. Solely affects Grimoire of Gaia mobs, prevents day mobs from spawning within 8 blocks. Nice. We will definitely be using those. And then Death to the Dead, I finished that one as well. She gives us an iron coin for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the Death to the Dead. And then Harder Contracts, Flesh Lich, and Bone Knights. I'll go ahead and grab that one again. Then she has Master Contracts. It says, you may have noticed by now, but I am myself a vampire. However, I absolutely despise my kind. While I subsist off the blood of livestock, most of my kind are not so pleasant. We've just had reports of another vampire lurking in the mountains at night, but I already have another contract, let alone my guild responsibilities. You're one of the most trusted and tested members of the guild at this point, so I implore you, lest anyone less capable meets their demise in the attempt, take the contract in my place. I know you can pull it off. Okay, so I think this is no, not that one. Bloodsucker's Bane. It says, the Slayer's Guild has contracted you to track down and kill a vampire. These rare creatures are dangerous, so take care and prepare well. Okay. So we will have to go see if we can find a vampire later. I almost totally forgot that I'd finished that. It was when I was lighting stuff up, I ran across, I think it was a Bone Knight was the last one that we needed. Oh yeah, she's like up there floating. Having slain the dragon, you return triumphantly to the guild to reclaim your reward. Okay, she gave us some stuff. Alright, I want to sell things to you. I tell you what though, 8 gold, that's still a lot. Like, man. Considering this is like the best way that I found to get money is dragon parts. Iron coins, honestly it felt like a lot of money, but we're going to need a lot of dragon parts to buy Terra Steel. That's crazy. Because we've almost got four gold coins at the moment. Yeah, this Terra Steel armor is going to be tough. It's going to be crazy tough. The nice thing is, though, once we get it, I mean, that's good armor. But, man, getting there is going to be rough. I'm going to get some of these, like, red dragon scales. And then that should be... Nope. Not those. Those. Yeah, I'll get 2 stacks of those. And then we've got a bunch of fire dragon hearts. I think those actually sell pretty good. I'm not going to get all of them, but I'm going to get a few of them. Yeah, I totally didn't realize how expensive this was. Like, how expensive it really was. Till I started going for this. This is crazy expensive. I mean, luckily these scales, I mean, that's a gold coin for 2 stacks of scales. Yeah, we're a little over 6 gold coins right now. Once I change it all over. So, not cheap at all. But luckily the sun's setting. I'm going to go see if I can find a vampire. Said it was in the mountains. So, I mean, this is extreme heals. And actually, let me look. We have a better extreme heals like down south. Okay, so we're going to head down there and see if we can find a vampire. Okay, there's a fire dragon. I'm going to kill it real quick. I actually see one right over here. It's right beside a charged creeper, too, of course. Oh, man. I really don't want that charged creeper. If it can be avoided. And I need to watch out because those... Oh, man. Go ahead and do your thing. There we go. Oh, my gosh. It's such a mob horde right here. These vampires can spawn butlers. I believe. Right? Yeah, there we go. She spawned one. Okay, anything good that she dropped? What is that? Let me, bah. Okay, what did I just pick up here? There's some kind of ring or something. There we go. There we go. What is that? Inert ring of night vision. Oh. That would be nice to make into the actual ring. But anyways, we finished the quest. So I am going to head off back up here to the Slayer's Guild. Actually, there's one right here. What was that? Oh, just a tree with a cow on it. Okay. And I believe that's like the final contract. I think. Unless there's something, maybe Chris Kringle or something has something after that. I don't know. Whoa. She just threw stuff at me. She didn't say anything after the quest was completed. 2 super armor frame grab bags. 9 heart crystal shards. The vampire statue. And 5 more protection talismans. Wow. Harder contracts. Oh, you can't do another master level, I guess. Well, that's kind of sad, because I think... Oh, she also gives 3 gold coins and 3 books of memory. Uh-huh. 3 gold coins, that's awesome. I want to do that quest again. Huh. Unless it's maybe like... Maybe I need to wait a while before she'll give it to me. I don't know. That's also a possibility. But super armor frames, that's nice. Let's see what we got from that, actually. We got a helmet and leggings. Huh. That would be nice. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have Terra Steel, since we're getting close to that. But the thing is, you know, say I get a Terra Steel chest piece. Well, it may be a really long time before I get the next piece of Terra Steel. Like, it's expensive. Right now I've got to go find somebody to exchange currency with, and... Oh, you know what? Actually... Before I forget, I've got a dragon turn in. She gives 8 iron coins. Okay. And we also have those 9 heart crystal shards, too. So I might go try to find one of those monks. Actually, there should be a monk off in this direction. I'm just going to fly over there. Oh, here's a camper. I have never seen this guy before. I don't know if he's a new NPC. He sells fur boots and like pouches and fur caps. Nothing that I actually need, but I've never seen him before. It's funny because now that we have fall protection, like, getting around is so simple. Because I can just do that. Okay, so here we go. Hey guy. Trade heart crystal. And, oh yeah, we need the 9 heart crystal shards. And there we go, heart crystal. So now we're up to 22 health. And then I'm going to warp to a town, hopefully that has a banker. I'm pretty sure that this town does, if I recall correctly. Yeah, right over here. Okay, I'm just going to go trade in some money real quick. Okay, and then we'll go get our I've got my Terra Steel and I've got the 8 gold coins, and this one actually doesn't have a golem. This town seems to have most of the NPCs. They've vanished, it looks like. So, alright, well let me warp back. Luckily the one at our house has, or the one near our house, has the golem in it. Okay. 1 piece of Terra Steel armor. Thank you, sir. What do we get? Fingers crossed that we get... I'm hoping for maybe a chest piece. I mean, well, any piece, I mean, really, but... We got legs. Okay. 3 armor toughness, 6 armor. Oh, man, it's basic, too. I was hoping for something better than basic. But, I mean, at least we can get rid of that iron armor, if nothing else. Okay, and then let's see. I don't think I have, like, the best books ever. And there's no way to really disenchant. I mean, there's fire protection. Soulbound. Because, I mean, we could enchant with Britannia. If I had the books to really feed that. But I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do. We're going to try for just a vanilla enchant. Just see what happens. Because I can always wipe the enchantments off. I tend to never use this thing because it takes way too long to get experience in and out of there. I just never even bother with it. Alright, so Terra Steel, Unbreaking 3. Honestly, Terra Steel tends to get a lot of enchants, so let's cross our fingers, and that's all we got was Terra Steel. I mean, Unbreaking 3. Cool. I do have a cloth somewhere. Let me go find my cloth. Is it down here? Yes, spellbinding cloth. That is what I want. So if we take our spellbinding cloth, we combine it with our Terra Steel, it's going to pull the enchants off, and then we can try again. Okay, we ended up going with Magic Resistance 3, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3. I think that's pretty good leggings. I mean, that's maximum protection, maximum unbreaking, maximum magic resistance. That's pretty solid leggings, I have to say. So, I mean, the only other thing I can think of adding to that is Soulbound, and sadly Soulbound does not work with Silence Gems. So you can't get that through Silence Gems. But I tell you what, I think I've actually got a Soulbound book. Well, there's 1 Soulbound book. Do I have 2? Because I want to keep 1 because eventually we're going to do Britannia enchanting. So I kind of want to make sure that we've got, like, at least another one to kind of fall back on. Yes, I've got another Soulbound book. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put Soulbound on this, I guess. Oh, let me leave. I'm going to leave that Spellbinding Cloth and that Lapis up here. Because this is where we, you know, generally use the stuff anyways. There was a couple times that Soulbound came up, but it wasn't, you know, Magic Resistance 3, Protection 4, and Breaking 3. That's about the best that I can see myself getting on these. So let me grab that, and we'll throw Soulbound on there. So then we have Magic Resistance 3, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Soulbound. Is there anything else in terms of books that I would like to add to this? Depth Strider. Can Depth Strider go on legs? I can't remember. But really, I don't think it's that big of a deal because we're going to make a ring in a little bit. I don't know if we'll do it this episode, but at some point we're going to make a ring that pretty much negates any need for Depth Strider. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing anything that, like, screams, like, get this. Honestly, I mean, I think these are pretty good pants. I think these are pretty solid pants. So, there we go. We're going to rock those. Now, it's going to be a very long time before we can get our next piece of Terra Steel. I mean, yeah, Terra Steel armor, probably. I mean, the main thing is I'm going to have to go out and hunt, like, a lot of dragons, I guess, to get the currency that we're going to need for that. I mean, as it stands right now, we've got enough mana that I could probably make another, not make 6 pieces, I don't think, but probably 3 or 4 more Terra Steel. How did you even get up here? Okay, I'll tell you what, I was doing some thinking. I think we're going to put our portal over here. I know I'm switching gears a little bit in this episode, but we're kind of tying up some loose ends, doing some mana stuff and all that fun stuff. But I think I'm going to put it, like, right here. So we'd have, like, the Glimmering Living Wood. No, I actually want to raise it. Because I'm going to build a little platform here that it can go on. So we'll do, like, the Elven Gateway Core is going to set, like, right here. And then the Living Wood, we'll have it like that. I am going to clean these chests up so we don't have all these, like, floating chests. I'm going to clean those up very, very soon. Because we're at the point now with our Corporea, with blazes and stuff like that, that I can probably start using some of those. I mean, I'm still working on the slime farm, but it's built enough that I can kind of finish building out the rest of it at my leisure. So I'll probably use a lot of our blaze rods and stuff between this episode, setting up our actual Corporea system, because we're going to be leaving the base pretty soon, and I want to have access to that, like, next episode. So probably between this episode and next, I'll probably get the rest of those sparks made, because that was something that I had kind of put on the back burner for a little while, but I will probably get that all situated. Now, as far as our mana pools go for this, if I recall, how far away can they be and still be in range? Okay, they have to be in an 11 by 11 area. So they have to be at least within, like, 5 blocks. So I think what I'm going to do then is, let me just get a bit of living rock bricks. And we'll kind of just build out a quick platform for this to set on. And I think what we'll do is we'll have it, like, kind of come out like that. This chest is totally going to be in the way right now. Oh, I hate it. Should I tell you what? If I was to put the chest down into the ground here a little bit, like if I set it down here, okay, actually right there it connects to everything that it needs to connect to. So, okay, we'll just hide it down there. That works. And then I'm just going to get some living rock brick stairs. And we'll set these up. Oops. So there we go. And then what I'll do is I can put the mana pools, like, I'll put one. I honestly don't know if I want it, like, right here. Or right here. Or right here. Or somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to put them, like, right up here, actually. And then we'll do our Natura pylons, like, right there and right there. That'll be good. And then I have a Phantom Resistance lens right here. Let me go ahead and grab that. And let me get... I've actually got Elven Mana Spreaders right here. And Standard Mana Spreaders. One other thing that I would like to have, actually, is... Or no, actually I won't need it. No, I won't need it. Okay, actually, slight change of plans. Let me get... Instead of having Living Rock there, I'm going to go with... Living Wood planks, in fact. I think this will look a bit better if we do it like that. Yeah, I think I like that a bit more. Okay, and then as far as getting mana over to these, but we're going to have our, we'll set a mana pool like right here with a spark on it, and I am going to make that a dominant spark shortly. once we have our Elven portal back up and going. And then I've got a Phantom Resistance and a Phantom Lens sitting right here. I'm just going to use these for the time being. Or, I don't know, I might go ahead and make a new Phantom, just standard Phantom Lens. I don't really need Phantom Resistance for this. But what we're going to do is we're going to set Elven Mana Spreader here and an Elven Mana Spreader here. And then, like this one, I'm going to go ahead and put Phantom on it. And we'll just grab that connection. And I'm going to bind this one over to that mana pool. So then that one can send bursts up here and give this one mana. And then let me go get one more Phantom Lens. Maybe. Does it take Pixie Dust? No, just Abstruse Platform. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go get one more Phantom Lens, just standard. And I'll save that Phantom Resistance because we don't need it for this. I mean, it's not far enough that we need the actual Resistance Lens. Okay. And then we'll just put this Phantom Lens onto this spreader. And then we'll just connect this up to that one. And there we go. So now this will be getting mana. Now I am going to need to move a bit of mana into these to help it get started. So let me get... I'll just get this mana tablet, and I'm going to say that you can send mana to this mana tablet. There we go. Because we're going to need to give this portal enough mana to get started, of course. And then I'll get just a little bit more mana. I'm going to probably fill up that first pool. And then it's going to split up the mana. We're going to have about a half pool to start with on each of these. Once it fills, it's going to take a while for those to spread their mana over. Granted, I could just fill this up and throw them into the pools up here. Honestly, I'll probably just wait. I'm not in that big of a rush to get this thing set up. I don't have to have it right this second, I don't think. Let me check one thing. Okay, no, that should be good for right now. And I'm just going to let those slowly fill up, and then I'll start it up once those are filled. It's going to take a little while. But I'm in no rush. I don't need that right this second. I don't need anything from that. You know, if we put a Dominant Spark on this, it'll keep this mana pool filled, and then this will always be running. But one other thing I would like to do today is finish out like the sorting, the item storage and stuff like that for our slime farm. Because right now, I mean, the items, you know, they're just going in a chest. That is one thing I wanted to get done this episode. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go for an Ender Actuator. So we're going to need just a few Eyes of Ender. Let me get some Blaze Powder. And so 3 Eyes of Ender. And then we're going to need our Ender Chest. Let me go ahead and get that. And then we're going to have to put back on our Heimdall thing. And then Iridescent Tones. And that was, yeah, Ink Sacs. Let me see. 3, 4 of those. I'm going to have to go get more of those before long. And let me throw this on just briefly. I don't want to keep it on for a long time. There we go, 4 of those. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Thing is, I don't have any need for the night vision right now, you know? And then we just need 2 mana pearls. This black and white, I actually kind of like this. Like, not all the time, but it is kind of neat looking. There we go. And we'll get our Ender Actuator. And then I'm also going to want just a couple... well, I've actually got 1 red string container right here. I think that's what I'm going to use for moving the items. And then I'll just grab this one, because we're not actually using that at the moment. So... 2 red string containers, Ender Actuator, and then I just want a hopper. And then I'm going to need some item frames. I'm going to need 6 of them, so that works out. Start warping around here till I find... By the way, Blink is actually pretty useful for lighting up areas, just for the record. We'll pop into here, and actually I guess I just need 2. I think I'm just going to do Slime Balls and Slime Pearls. So 2 item frames. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this up, and we'll set this like... right over here. Oops. Right over here for now. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this one as well. And we'll put this one like right here. Okay. And then I'm going to put a red string container right here. And I'll put another red string container right here. And then our Ender Actuator, I'm just going to put it like right there. Actuator screams with the song of your soul. Okay. And then if we just take our hoppers and we'll attach one right here, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the... Uh-oh. Okay. I was like, I hope it doesn't crash. Oh, that's going to cause an issue, though, if I put it right there. Because I can't put an item frame and have the cart right there. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Instead of putting it right there, let's actually put our red string container... we'll put it right here. And we'll just rotate it with our wand. And then we'll put the other one then right here. Okay? Because the Hopper Hawk, of course, it can feed, it can send items upwards or down. It doesn't matter. I don't know why they say that mobs can spawn, but they can't. Okay. And then I think, yeah, that's going to have plenty of clearance. So we'll just put the hopper right there. And then we'll put our item frames. We'll put down one right there, one right there. Let me get slime pearls and slime balls. Put a slime ball in that one and a slime pearl in that one. And then over here, hopper, slime ball, slime pearl. So now it's collecting the slime balls and slime pearls and sending them into our storage system. So if I was to throw a bunch of these down, pow, pow, they go into here. Oh yeah, I need to set up the ender actuator, right? Whoops. Ender actuator goes right there. And that should be sending the slime balls into our system. Great. And then, go ahead and grab all these as well. Alright. So now, if we were to blink up out of this... Okay, here we go. So if we were to run over here, let's take a look at our slime balls. Actually, slime balls are filled right now. Yeah, see, they're all built up in here. Ooh, why are these in here? Now, eventually, this should get slime pearls. Well, it's at 61 right now. Let me go get a storage upgrade. And I should have some pieces right in here that we can use. Actually, I've got a storage upgrade. Cool. I'm going to take that one. And we'll just pop... Whoop. We'll just pop over here. Throw this in there, and there we go. It's starting to build up on slime balls. So, our farm is now effectively plugged up for storage. And then we've got these chests here. I'm just gonna... I guess I'm just gonna pull them up and we'll move them. We don't actually need them down here anymore. So, there we go. And, I mean, this place is pretty well done now. You know, aside from lighting stuff up, making more mobs spawning, stuff like that, I mean, this is... For all practical purposes, this is done. You know, everything's being sorted, items are handled, mana's produced. It's working perfect at the moment. Okay, so I was running around, like, killing some dragons and going back and turning in quests, then going out and killing more dragons, basically just trying to work up some currency. And I came across this. And I've never seen this structure before. I mean, it's massive. So, let's go ahead and check this place out. I'm quite curious as to what this is. Let me, need some food here. What is this thing? I mean, this is a big place. Whoa. Oh, man. Okay, what is this? Like, I'm guessing this is like the front entrance? Oh man, okay. I don't think there's anything on top of these. I don't imagine. Seems like just okay, it's sea lanterns that are up here. I don't know if it was torches or what it was, but what about... Oh, there's one of those like plant things, but we've already killed a bunch of them before. Okay, what is this? Die. Die. I'm getting a little bit of lag because anytime I generate a bunch of like new terrain, like I have been doing, it tends to lag up a little bit. Okay, is this this is like a big underground maze. It looks like, anyways. Ah, there's a chest here with a bunch of just junk in it. Blocks of quartz. Is there anything? No, there's nothing back there. What if we go this way? I'm afraid this is going to be like that Mayan temple that we found. If you recall, it didn't really end up having like anything in it. And it was kind of lackluster. I'm hoping that's not the case, but that last chest makes me think that that could be the case. Yeah, it looks like the inside is almost identical. A couple of zombie spawners here, but... Oh, and then, yeah, chests with just junk in it. Man, that's kind of sad because this place looks crazy cool from the outside. Like, honestly, I think it's better than the Mayan temple. Some of these structures, they're really impressive looking, but there's nothing really in them. Those are like big guards. Huh. Man, I wish those had like more stuff in them though. Anyways, I'm just kind of like flying around looking for dragons right now. It's the main thing I'm doing, trying to generate some money. Oh, here's one of these structures with the things in them. Let me do that real quick. We got glowing 1. So, not the best one, but I will say that glowing is actually kind of nice when you have a lot of it. I was playing around with it in my test world, and like when you go into a dungeon, you know, you can see through all the walls and see where the mobs are and stuff like that, which is actually kind of handy to have. Okay, so I'm pretty well close to tapped out on dragon parts. I didn't sell all my scales and stuff, but we do have enough. We've got our 8 golden coins and our 6 Terra steel. Let's get one more piece of this, and let's see what we got here. So, fingers crossed that we don't get leggings. Oh, we got the headpiece. That is actually really nice, and it's an uncommon. I will definitely take that. Let me pop over here real quick. We'll see if we can get it enchanted a little bit. Do the dragons not drop XP? Because I feel like I should have had like some levels, but I guess not. I do have that book here, though. Even though it's slow trying to get stuff off of that. Oh, magic resistance 4 on this one. And that's it. Man, that's not what I want. Come on. And for some reason, this headpiece is just like terrible enchants. That one's protection 4, aqua affinity, and respiration 3. That's not so bad. I mean, the magic resistance, honestly, no, I want the magic resist. But I might actually have a book with it on there. Actually, I'll tell you what, we've got all these book bags. Let's grab these real quick. Yeah, I've got 24 stacks of book bags. Honestly, there's no telling what all enchants I could pull out of these. So we'll give it a shot. Let me just start dumping all these into here for now, and then I'll sort through everything. Poison, lure punch, flame. There's another soulbound book. That's good. I will take that. Okay, we got piles of books. Just absolute piles of books right now. Yeah, but see, I'm not really seeing any magic protection. Yeah, I'm not seeing any magic defense. Okay, so let me keep enchanting this. And the reason I want magic resistance, I mean, it's in day-to-day life, you know, it's not crazy useful. However, when we go to start fighting the bosses from Ars Magica, it's going to be super, super important that we have that. Ooh, magic resistance 4, fire protection 4. I don't want fire protection, though. That's something I do not want, because we can make a necklace that's going to give us full immunity to all fire and lava damage. That's something that we're going to be making very, very soon. So there's not really much point in getting fire resist. Another fire protection 4. Okay, there's protection 4, magic resistance 5, and depth strider 2. I will take that. That is something that I will take. And we did get that extra soulbound book, right? Somewhere in here, right here. So I'm going to apply that to this. 5 levels. Protection 4, magic resistance 5, depth strider 2, and soulbound. That is not a bad helmet at all. Now question, I've got respiration 1. Though really, and the only other thing I can think of that I wouldn't mind having on here is unbreakable. I mean, respiration, depth strider, those are cool and all, but really, I mean, I have other ways of getting those. Anyway, we got ourselves a really good helmet. Like, that is not a bad helmet at all, and we can get rid of our rot helm. And the nice thing is this Terra Steel stuff is going to use mana from our inventory to keep itself at full durability. So, you know, as far as the Terra Steel stuff goes, we don't have to worry about the durability on it anymore. And then I can also put a wheel on this later on. So, that's going to be nice. So right now, you know, we've got protection 4 on both pieces. We've got magic resistance 5, magic resistance 3. Then the legs have unbreaking 3 and soulbound. And then we have depth strider 2 and soulbound on the helmet. So that is not bad at all. We're getting towards some really decent armor that's going to be pretty survivable. But thing is, I mean, if we pop down here, I'll show you my, oops, didn't mean to go all over the place here. Where are we at on mana? Because I use like all of our mana. Yeah, see, I mean, we're pretty low right now, but hopefully maybe by next episode or something we'll have a bit more. I don't know, probably. And also this, I think we should be able to activate this by now. So, there is our Elven Portal. Woot. And actually, before we end out the episode, let me get one more thing. It's really, really cheap, and that's just a Dominant Spark Augment. We should have the Rune of Fire on us. Yeah, right here. Pixie Dust, and then a piece of Mana Steel. And we'll get that crafted up. There's our Dominant Spark Augment. And then we'll just pop in here, throw that Augment onto this. And there we go. It's going to pull a bunch of mana from the mana pool. Now, it's going to pull mana pretty much until those 2 mana pools, this mana pool, and this mana pool are backed up. Now, I know there was a comment in the past, I know, about using the diluted mana pools. I don't tend to use those personally. I like having the big buffers. That's just me. I'm weird like that. But, you know, if you want the smaller buffers, you can use the diluted mana pools. And then, of course, in addition, this is going to feed all of our cobbleworks and flower generation and all of that stuff as well. So, I'm going to let this run. I've got a lot of work to do between this episode and next. Like, things I need to be working on, the subway especially. And then, I need to grind up a bunch of currency. We might try to get another piece of Terra Steel next episode, depending on our situation with mana and stuff like that. We'll see. We shall see. It's going to be something that's going to take a little while, probably. Because there's a pretty good chance in the next few pieces we might get another helmet, we might get more legs, stuff like that. That's probably just going to go onto mannequins. But it might take us a little while to get our boots and our chest piece. But I will say the legs and the headpiece were probably the 2 pieces that I wanted the most. That's because we were wearing iron legs and we were wearing wrought iron headpiece. So now everything's diamond and up. So that's nice. But anyways, I know it's wrapping up point, so I am going to end out this episode here. Next episode, we will probably... I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know if we're going to start working on the subway and doing some railcraft with that and connecting up our desert town. And then we're going to have to start building the desert town, which is going to be tough at first because I'm going to have to send the builders over to the desert town to build a builder. So they have to make that really long trip over there, and it's actually quite a bit of a walk for them. So I might actually try building the roads as well, because I don't think if I move them with a golden lasso, I think they bug out in my experience. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun times getting them to build a builder over there. But we're either going to start working on the subway, or we might continue on with Astral Sorcery, or we might set up our Gaia Guardian setup so that he's like super easy. It just depends. There's a few different directions that we could take for next episode, so I'll give it some thought. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I will say that this episode, you know, we did some different things like armor and a little bit of exploration and guild stuff and things that I've been meaning to do for a while. A lot of like loose end kind of wrapping up stuff. But I will say that the armor, we're on the right track for armor, and Terra Steel is going to be some really good upgrades for us. Some really, really good stuff, especially having magic resist on there. That's going to be major for progressing with Ars Magica. So, awesome times. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay up to date with when new videos come out. And until next time, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.